Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, my people, the truth is gradually coming out about what happened in Okuama's community and what is still happening there. You guys know that armies, they are not allowing any access to that community. Even our mainstream media, they are not allowing them to go there and view or tell us what really happened and what is still happening. So, this man here, the former editor of a Guardian newspaper, as well as a Niger Delta leader of thought, like the man is bold enough to speak truth to the power. Yes, my people, he just told us what is happening in Okuama's community, like the reason behind all this a brouhaha, my people. Hey, according to him, he said that it is all about oil that is in Niger Delta. Like even the life of people around that area doesn't matter. And all the military, they want to work in Niger Delta because of the benefit they're even getting from it. And to top it all, we heard that military, they are trying to build a barracks in that community. My people, hey, that is motive behind all this brouhaha. We know that they are not telling us the truth. If not, why can't they allow people to get access in order to really get what happened and what is happening in that community? What are they really hiding, my people? Let me allow you guys to watch this video and I will be right back.
The first instance that the military cannot be entirely a judge in its own court, that the military should allow access onto the crime scene. Even the governor could not access it. The commissioner of police lamented yesterday. It's not done that way. It's unfortunate it has happened. But to get to the root of it, the military may have to step back. The place cannot remain a perpetual operational area. No, I think they have done enough operation, and let them step back so that people can go there, investigation properly done, and then the root of the matter is reached. Going to recommendations, you will agree that these are just symptomatic of the fault lines of the Nigerian state. Is going to continue if nothing is done drastically to address the structure, the conditions that make this possible. Take, for instance, 16 military men. Out of the 16 military men, you have how many officers? You have a lieutenant colonel, you have 2 majors, you have a captain. Then before you talk of the rank and file. This, by every definition, is a strategic team of that Bomadi battalion. It's not the tactical team. And so what was actually compelling about a peace mission in that place, that we require the strategic team going for a tactical mission. So it shows that there are so many things underlying that we are not talking about. That if it were actually for a peace mission, wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it have been better for those community leaders to be summoned to the base in Bomadi for discussions to be held? This was not done. Instead, the entire leadership of the battalion went to Bomadi and be so exposed. And if a mission like that is being carried by the strategic team, why was there no enough tactical cover that they were just gotten and taken out like that so cheaply, the Nigerian military? That is uncalled for. So you will see that there are so many things that are wrong. The Niger Delta today is a big crime scene. What matters in the Niger Delta is oil. And everything is subordinated to oil. And so even the lives of the people, their livelihoods, subordinated to oil. And so the mandate is that go and get the oil out at all costs. All of these have to be addressed. If they are not addressed, nothing is going to happen. And the place is under siege. The psychological pressure on the place. Take, for instance, if you are traveling from Warri to Port Harcourt, you will encounter more than 200 roadblocks. So the people are harassed on a daily basis. And it is for nothing but to say that oil must flow at all costs. So if we are addressing all of this, it must be made clear that Niger Delta has to be opened up in development. If we are opened up in development, I don't think we will need so much of military presence for the oil to flow. Right now, every military officer wants to work in the Niger Delta because we know what is involved. underlying all of this is the issue of bunkering, and it's something that we are not bringing to the fore. But it's so unfortunate, because if it is not addressed, it is going to happen again. And we will come back to saying the same things, that, oh, we ought to have done this. Who did this? And then the military will move in again in their normal way to level a whole community in search of culprits. I think that the government needs to adopt a different approach entirely. Now the narrative has been to heap the entire blame on the Okuama community as against any other reason. And it is not true that Okoloba, it is not true that any misunderstanding between the Anurobo community and the Ijaw community could actually bring that level of crisis, that level of tragedy that we witnessed. It is not true. These communities, the Ijaw and Urobo, they are so integrated, so intertwined, that nothing happens at that scale. For instance, I give you a measure of that is, Bayelsa today is considered as an all-Ijaw state. But the deputy governor, the current deputy governor of Bayelsa State, is an Urobo man, Lawrence Erujakpo. His own community is right there in the heart of Bayelsa, that is Bayelsa West, Ofoni. Completely integrated, but they have not been assimilated as a cultural unit. And so for people to say, oh, something has been lingering between the Urobo community and the Ijaw community, it is not true.
Mr. Ogbodo, if you may allow me to interject at this point. Sure that, you know, while we're talking about these communities, you know, it's one thing for us to say we are not able to get in, but we know for a fact, confirmed reports, that people have left. These communities are now deserted. Are you hearing anything from these people? Why haven't we had any official reports? Why is nobody speaking to these people who have run away, fled, escaped their communities? You know, from the people that, of course, you have boots on the ground. Have you been able to have any, you know, indirect interactions with these people who have escaped these communities to get an eyewitness account of what they experienced? Or are these people currently being silenced?
Yes, many of them are putting their stories on social media, but we can't just trust that. But the truth of it is that these communities we're talking about, they are rural communities, almost like fish settlements that expanded to their community. We're talking of a community of maybe less than 1,000 people. They are afraid. They won't even want to come out to speak. Because what is in their head is that wherever you are found, you will be taken by the military. And so a lot of them are even running away from coming out to say anything. Just the leaders, by way of maybe the king of the area and other community leaders that are talking on their behalf. As we talk, there is nobody, no life there in the community. It has been taken completely over. And the soldiers will not even allow independent people to enter, to know, to have an assessment, on the ground assessment of what actually happened and what is happening now. Everything is, like the commissioner was saying yesterday, that everything is by signals from his men on ground and DPO and all of that. Why should the military? They are the ones accusing. They want to prosecute. They want to also adjudicate. It doesn't happen that way now. What jurisprudence allows that? And so, if we want to get to the bottom of this, this community, these are real ordinary people, ordinary folks. They don't even have the confidence to come out to say, oh, this is what has happened. A lot of them call. They call to say. And the story is that, oh, we have so many people killed. And we don't even have the evidence of those that have been killed. Because nobody can even access the place to know what is happening. All of us, we are in the bush. Some of us have run away. And so many have been killed. That is the story we are hearing. And nobody can get into that place to make a confirmation, to know whether it is true or not. Didn't the military deny that the place was not razed? So how will you now confirm that the place was razed or not razed? Is it not by visiting the place? And nobody can get there. Not even the governor of the state, who is the chief security officer of the state. You see, these are the fault lines of the Nigerian state we're talking about. The military is acting as if it is a sovereignty. No. It's subordinate to civil authority. If the president has said there should be investigation, and who are those to do the investigation? The secret police is there. The normal police is there. So can't they collaborate, even if it is going to be a joint effort? Can't they collaborate with other security agencies so that we get the objective perspective? But now we just running with a single narrative. It is not proper. It is not proper. And now every other person is saying, no, the culprits must come at the youths of, making it look like there are some people hidden in that community that must be brought out at all costs. If that level of crime has taken place, are you sure that the people that really perpetrated it will still be there, waiting to be arrested? The answer is no. Nobody has been able to give the exact circumstances under which those gallant officers were taken down.
Okay. I want to ask you this real quickly as we wrap up. Mr. Wood, as we wrap up, sir, do you think this is really about the communal conflict or about resource?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. It's not about communal crisis. What level of communal crisis? I'm talking that the combined population of those two communities will be less than 2,000 human beings. Where will they get the capacity to wreak that level of havoc, to deliver that degree of tragedy? Where would they have the capacity? It's not possible. And we hear, of course, it's like a crime taking place in any of these drug enclave in Latin America, and you'll be looking for something else other than drug. There is no serious crime that happens in the Niger Delta that does not have oil, crude oil, and the arising benefits. How those arising benefits can be allocated? Who should take what? Will be underlying any serious crime of this nature. And in the first place, why is the place militarized? It's militarized because of oil, the oil economy. The feeling that the oil is being used by those that should not even have access to it. Bunkery, that is the name for it. And so where maybe a transaction has gone bad and all of that, and then you see one group getting against the other group. And this also is creating a different sociology in the Niger Delta. We now have strong men instead of strong institutions. So if I'm able to have an upper hand, I heard Senator Akpabio talking of mercenary. The man who is strong with an upper hand can even hire some of our own forces as mercenary against a weaker person. And these are things that should not be allowed. So in this investigation, in fact, this should be a watershed. Let the government use this as a basis to reach the root of the matter. It is not enough that once an incident, an isolated case happens, then people will now be running around and be looking the other way.
Well said. The mandate is to go and get the oil at all costs, even if it costs the life of all the people in the community. My people, this is so shameful. They didn't even give access to the governor to go and see what is happening there. Wow. This is getting interesting, honestly. But I pray that at the end of the day, the truth will surely come out, because these people, they are really not telling us the truth. They just want us to go with one narrative, which is what soldiers are telling us. My people, I pray that at the end of the day, the truth will surely come out. So I make I bring this update to you guys. I hope you truly enjoy watching. And if today is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to turn on the post notification so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Goodbye for now.